Ejay the DJ Walker Flock in this motherfucker Brick Squad and Monopoly, bitch.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your teacher,
Ejay the DJ.
What up, world? You know what it is. Your boy Ejay the DJ, man. Like I said, I'm back at it. We having a good time. Should I say, bro? I want to check it right now. This is a conversation with the DJ. I'm your host, Ejay the DJ. I got somebody special in the building, Coach Henson. If you don't know, man, I want you to get your pens and papers and notepads out. It's going to be an interesting conversation. He's into the tech world, the streaming world. He have a streaming platform. And I think y'all want to learn about this because where the world is going right now, we have electric cars, we have robots talking back to humans. There's a lot going on, and you got to be in the forefront. If you're not in the forefront, you're going to be left behind. So the technology nowadays, he's going to break us down what's going on and how he's doing it. So it's the information that we're going to get to y'all. So without further ado, I want to introduce Coach Henson. What's up, bro?
I appreciate you, man. Congratulations on all your success, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm super appreciative, man. Happy to be here.
I love it. Thank you for coming, for real.
Yeah, man.
Like what you got going on is really important, especially in the tech world. There's a lot of talk about tech right now. It's one of the fastest growing markets right now for the millennials and the new younger people. The older people is actually getting left in the dust because they don't know what's going on. So I want to get some ideas of what's going on and how could people in the older field catch up, and how the younger people that don't know what's going on be in the loop.
Man, I'm very appreciative. So it's like this, right? Because I started from selling batteries on the train for $1, and I did door-to-door sales. And when I saw social media come about, I was like, oh, this is like door-to-door sales, except I don't even have to leave the house.
Sure.
So because when you look on Instagram and Facebook, right, and you look up how many users that they have, it's about 8 billion people on this planet.
8 billion.
And they have about 4 billion people on their platform.
Wow. That's big. That's real big right there. For sure, that's big.
So to specifically answer that question, as let's say the older generations, right, get on social media and become active. Use it as a search engine. So say if you want to look for a specific thing, let's say tech, or let's say specifically I don't know, whatever you want to connect with, or whoever you want to connect with.
Yeah, got you.
Don't be afraid to go in that search and put that in there.
Yeah. And
actually ask the people questions. Oh,
That's
look,
dope.
you have this company. Like, say if you want to connect with a person that owns a tech company, put in tech company owner.
Okay. I never thought of it like that. You broke that down. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, that's what I did in different industries. I would like, say if I needed access to people who own banks or people who lend money, I would utilize the search engine and it would bring up all the different people, and then I would ask them, I see you doing this. I would like to assist you. How can I assist you?
Okay.
So I could actually learn, and then that's how you do it.
No, that's definitely dope. So explain what is tech, because it's so many. Is it one field? Is it something that's just a general name of companies, or is it something that's generalized? What is tech?
The last thing you said, generalized.
Okay.
So it's like asking what is real estate.
Gotcha.
Right. So when you look at real estate, that's different properties that's on the planet.
Yes.
Tech is really anything to do with technology.
Okay.
So like these microphones, this
Technology. Tech.
Yeah. Anytime when we look at our phones, that's tech. Every single app that's on your phone is tech.
Got you.
Every time you look at the computer, that's tech. Every time you look at TV, that's tech.
Okay.
And then our cars are ran by technology. So
Yeah, they definitely is. Today I was in the right lane, and somebody merged really fast in my lane, and my car took control and merged me over, and then God knew the car was coming. So that was really impressive. I really was the first time I ever had to happen to me. So it really impressed me because if the car didn't merge for me, I didn't see it. It happened so fast, and the car came so fast that it merged right in my lane. So it ran right into me. And the car merged me over, boom, and it merged me over. And thank God no other cars was coming in that third lane. I was able to get off the exit right away, and it worked out perfectly fine. So that technology was really super dope. So talking about tech today,
wow,
I seen it, I experienced it firsthand, and it was truly amazing to see that. Okay, this is I see why the driver assistance helps.
Right,
it's part of technology that
we
wouldn't have prior to, because it prevent accidents without us realizing it. So like, you know, like the tech game is like really dope, and I experienced it firsthand. So I'm really happy to bring that up.
Yeah, you big dog status, man.
Nah, I just had to bring that up.
You got your car merging for you and all that.
I just want to be safe out here in these streets, man. It's crazy. So, you got a streaming company. What's your streaming company about?
So ACQ streaming. So when it comes down to streaming, right? Music, movies, live events, live TV, sports and entertainment. And so I ask people, because like people like, oh, why did I come up with a streaming service?
Yeah.
I ask people this: can you name 5 movies or series that show a young black man or woman that goes from 0 to millions in a legal and ethical manner that's not an athlete or entertainer?
You can't. You can't at all.
Oh, it'll be very difficult,
Very
right?
difficult for sure. Got you. No, it's true, because everything I just thought about Power This Now, and I raised the fame was the drug dealer, you know, businessman, but a drug dealer. You know, everything on TV is negative to positive. You know, it's never nothing from positive to positive to positive. So I get where you're coming from.
Right, especially when it comes down to us.
Yeah.
So now, like, that's a huge problem. So how can we tell the youth, right, our youth, that they can be or do anything that they want to do when they look at the TV screen and is mostly negative?
True that. I agree with you.
And so that's one of the huge reasons why we came up with, you know, what we got to get into the film industry and have our own streaming service.
Got you. So, in other words, somebody have a documentary right now. They could come to your streaming services and put it up there.
Eventually, yes.
Okay. Eventually. Got you. So, what's the overall goal of the streaming? Is to get like different people or sports and everything streaming through your platform?
Everything.
I like that.
Well, everything that's within reason.
Got you.
Like I don't want ratchet TV on that stuff.
I definitely get you. I don't like ratchet TV. I hate ratchet TV. I was in the house recently watching a movie, and somebody put a ratchet TV on, and I was like, "What's going on?" I didn't get it. I just
Start getting a headache.
Just like, yo, what are we watching? What's the purpose of this? So, when you got your streaming system platform, are you charging? How does that work?
So we're currently building it. We're currently building out the platform right now, and it's mosely going to be free.
Got you. How much does something like this cost? Like how does the infrastructure get built? Because you talking like bandwidth and really understanding and a lot of viewers at one time. How much something like this cost? want to know. Gotta know numbers. In here.
So it's different phases.
Okay.
So we talking to build what we're building, at least 300 mil.
Whoa. Big boy numbers. So how do you attain 300 million? That's the question, because 300 million is a lot of money. How do you get the money, and then not only get the money, show that you could gain the money but make a profit back?
That's a really good question. It's been very, very difficult.
Yes.
It's been difficult. So right now we're building out the wireframe. So once the wireframe is built, what's a wireframe?
I was about to ask that. I want to know what the wireframe is. I want to know all that.
Now I see what people talk about when they say like, "Yo, like you gotta break it down, break it down." So
some of us don't know. I'm learning.
So think of the wireframe as like when a building's being built.
Yes.
And
foundation.
Yeah, so the foundation.
Okay, infrastructure.
So yeah, the infrastructure.
Got you.
So once we build out the wireframe and have joint venture partnerships with different other companies,
okay,
that I really don't want to name at this point.
No, that's totally fine.
Then we're able to show the larger investors that okay, this is our product that we have, and then they invest. Got you.
No, I like that. So we not naming no investors, so don't ever ask that question in the comments. We know y'all don't get that. We ain't doing that. So as being an entrepreneur, how do you try to get the money? Because that as an entrepreneur, that's probably tuned in, and as being an entrepreneur, it's hard to acquire money from banks. how do you go and get the money? Because getting 20,000 is complicated and hard if you don't do it the right way. But you're saying 300 mil. How do you gain that money or go get the money or acquire the money from the people? How do you do that?
So it's different steps. So if we talking about the 300 mil, we talking about the smaller money.
Well,
because I can answer both.
In general, it don't got to be 300 mil. I just gave it an example because that's what you said. But just how do you get the money as an entrepreneur? How do you attract the money to make sure your business grows? Because as you be an entrepreneur, you actually doing it right now, so you live in proof of doing it. How do you give somebody advice to do the same steps to gain money to build their company?
Well, I took a different route than a lot of people.
Okay.
So with me, everything I do is based off the probability of success.
Okay.
So with me, my thought process was get into the real estate game, learn the finance part of the real estate game, and leverage real estate to be able to move to the next phases and then eventually get into tech.
Got you.
And that's what I did.
I like that. So that means he was strategic and he planned. And a lot of people be tuned in. I know a lot of entrepreneurs that just be trying to jump in and they like to jump in. And I always tell them, jumping in ain't cool. So if you tuned in right now and I told you don't jump in, it ain't that cool. Is the reason why. He just broke it down to you why he had the leverage. He thought about it, he planned it, he executed it, and he got a plan. And a lot of times businesses fail because there's no plan. You're just doing it because it looks good, but there's no execution to make it go long term. So that's why I wanted to ask you that question, because a lot of entrepreneurs always ask me that, like, how do I do this? What should I do? But I be like, what's the goal? What's the plan? Because I like to give people the opportunity to say what they want to do instead of me educating them or saying what I think they should do, because that never works. So I'm definitely, how long you been doing it for?
Doing what exactly?
Business in general.
Man, well, I've been on this journey since age 5.
Okay.
And so
you're pretty seasoned.
So I'll be 41 October 15.
Dope.
And it really started with planning, meditating. Okay. Before I even knew what meditating was. Yeah. Like I always saw myself as a person that owned many different businesses under one umbrella. Okay. And from there, actually, my first experience with tech was in between 9th and 10th grade. I was picked to go to. I'm from New York. Okay. So I was picked to go to NYU. Dope. In the summertime, and learn how to build websites. And then that was my first start at business. Was I contacted like different business owners that I knew, like people who own like different stores and stuff like that. Okay. And I convinced them for me to build their website, and it didn't go exactly as planned at all, because number one, I didn't have a computer. Okay. But my peers inside the program, they had computers, but so I got a couple dudes together. I was like, we could do this business. Yeah. This is how much it costs to have our website keep going each month. This is how much we could pay this is how much we could bring in for us, the customers, and they definitely wasn't on the same page as me at all. Because like, imagine. Yeah, we children.
but the good thing is you got the experience, and that's what counts the most, is that you actually had a chance to see it firsthand. And I think that's what a lot of us don't have, is the experience and the know-how to keep going. Because the experience is what's going to propel you to keep going forward when things get rough. What's some challenges you had to face coming up as being an entrepreneur business owner?
Everything.
I can imagine. I know everything, but what's some of the stuff that really sticks out to you the most? Like let's say like the top 2 that sticks out the most as being an entrepreneur.
Challenges. I mean, I don't really look at challenges the way other people look at challenges, because for me, I see things decades ahead. Okay. Well, really, at least 100 years down the line. Yeah. So, like, for example, right, I started out selling batteries on the train for $1. Yeah. So, for me, it's just, I always look at supply and demand. Got you. And so, back then, we had CD players and it used batteries. Sure. So, I would sell the batteries on the train. Yeah. And then from there, I just saw myself progressing and door-to-door sales. And then when I saw social media coming back, I'm like, yo, that's like door-to-door sales. So I don't have to leave the house. So when I got on social media, I knew that it was going to take me at least 10 years to get the feeling. Gotcha. Like, to like get in the flow of things. And then when I saw like Instagram specifically, I was like, this is like having a website that I could keep building on, and 10 years is going to go by and people are going to be able to look at my journey and see my growth, and then that's going to give them give me the credibility so that that they invest in me if need be.
I'm happy you said that, because a lot of people on social media have businesses, have artists, and they always delete their pictures, and they never just understand the importance of,
it's crazy,
of showing that growth from the beginning of time, because it's always the evolution. Because your Instagram should tell a story. The story should be the evolution of how you started to where you at right now, and it show in between, the growth in between. So that's why I say like that's super dope. So much is going on. And a matter of fact, before I go there, I want to salute you, because I remember the getting batteries off the train myself. What train was you on in New York? If you're a New Yorker, you know what he's talking about, because back in the days you had a Walkman or a CD player.
Yeah.
You had to have batteries, and your batteries go dead. Sometimes you go into the tunnel, and you need that, and that it always helps out. That them dollar packs of batteries, it helps out for real. So what train was you on?
I was on the E train, the A train, the C train, the J train, and the J. Yeah, those are mostly my trains.
Yeah, I used to be on the A train a lot when I go to Far Rockaway. I used to go to Far Rockaway, so I know about the A train. What experiences have you learned from that? Because selling batteries is like the entrepreneurship of New York City. You have to start somewhere. What have you learned from that? Because that right there was the entrepreneur mindset. Like, you have to go get the batteries. You have to go to every train. That was a journey by itself. How was that?
One time I got arrested.
For real? Oh, wow. Like, for what though? Panhandling, right? Panhandling.
Yeah. So I had this bright idea, right? It was monumental though. It was super monumental.
Yeah.
So 42nd Street, right? Mm-hmm. So you got the A, the C, the E, and then you got the tunnel, right? That leads to the 7 train.
Okay.
So the bottom of that tunnel, is so many people that go back.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I could speed up this process by standing right there and get off these batteries. And it worked. Yeah. So I'm standing against the wall. I never used to speak. I just hold up the battery because, the product is the product. And then, and so they already knew it was $1. Yeah. Because they saw other people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're used to it. And so like I was moving, I was moving batteries, and next thing you know, cop came to my right, and I look, another cop came to my left, and I look, another cop came, and then they took my batteries.
Wow. So what was the profit margin like selling batteries for $1? What was the profit margin like?
I would buy a pack of batteries for like $7, I believe. Okay. And I would the gross would be like $18. Okay. So it's 7, 18. That's a pretty good fair profit. Yeah. You do that all day, you can make some decent amount of money a week. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I gotta respect my man from New York City, because I'm from New York, so it's big Bronx energy, big New York City energy all the time, no matter where I'm at. But it's just the fact to see, like, there's no excuses, none. Because no excuses. If there's a will, there's a way. And from selling batteries to where he's at today is the reason why he's here. That just shows perseverance and consistency. And I want y'all to really understand that, because that's important in the environment that we living in today. Like, people make excuses, and we're in 2024 with the internet. So there's no excuses. There's no way you can't know something, learn something, or do something. So if you're sitting back right now trying to figure something out, it's your fault. It's really your fault. And I can't feel sorry for somebody that not even trying, because the opportunity is really in front of you. Like, for real. The opportunity is in front of you. What's the goal? Could you say you think 100 years ahead? What's the goal for the next 5 years? Next 5 years. That's an interesting question, because I'm so into right now. Okay. So but the next 5 years is gonna be insane. Yeah. I see us all over the world setting up ACQ, different countries, but I really see that like faster than that. Okay. So, but yeah, the next 5 years, I see us being a household name. What's the time frame of getting ACU up and running? I know you said that everything is getting planned out right now. What is looking like as far as people getting involved with it right now? How do people like see it? Is it a way you can see it right now and get online, or is it still like everything is getting made up at the same time? Yeah, everything is getting built right now. Okay. So what I did, I allowed everyday people, everyday. I don't want to say everyday people, everyday incomes to be able to come on board and own with me.
Okay.
And so I made it so that people be able to own shares of the company, whether they had as little as a few thousand all the way up to whatever, how much millions.
Got you.
And so, and then allow it to grow with us.
Yeah.
And then, so it's just been super duper like cool, because back when I was a teenager, I said I was going to build something that was going to allow others, like the youth, to be a part of, be the help that I needed growing up.
Yeah.
And so now in my 40s, like, whoa, I did that. So like we got co-founders that came on board as young as 18.
Okay. No, that's definitely dope. That's definitely dope. So how can somebody invest that's tuned in right now? How can they get like involved? Like, what's the process?
So the process is there's two ways that a person could come on board. So now if they actually have cash or lines of credit, they could utilize that to buy shares. Now say they have good credit, but they don't have cash.
Yeah.
We are now our own in-house financing.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so we're able to get people anywhere from like 250,000 to 3 mil in days.
Got you. man, you know your stuff. You know your shit. I like that. That's important.
Yeah.
So, how many investors you have now?
I don't want to disclose that information.
so it's safe to say you close to your 300 million.
No, we're not close to our 300 million.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Got you.
We're still in the beginning stages, building out the wireframe.
Yeah.
And then after we build out the wireframe, we bring in the joint venture partners. And then after that, we hire a CFA, which is a chartered financial analyst.
Okay.
And that CFA will do the company valuation.
Gotcha.
And then once the company valuation is in place, it's just like let's say you have a house.
Yes.
Or any type of property, and you hire an appraiser to do an appraisal. So when it comes down to companies, it's CFA, chartered financial analyst. That CFA will do the valuation of the company.
Okay.
So now once we have that in place, now we're able to go for the larger money. Because we have to, like, for example, one of our joint venture partners is AI Soft Solutions.
Okay.
That's one of the largest AI software companies on the planet. They every single auto online auction on the planet is their software.
Wow.
They built the infrastructure for the largest bank in South Africa, and so we have our own in-house AI.
That's big. That's big because AI is like huge. Especially with the iPhone. The iPhone with the intelligence is like it's there. It's there. And a lot of people got to wake up because if they not sleeping on it, it's going to pass them really fast. So
Right.
I agree with you with that.
So yeah, we have our own AI. So just that joint venture partnership alone, that gives us just their software that they're giving us. They're saying is worth about 200 mil, as far as the software. So with the different components that we have in place, it allows us to have a larger valuation. So now, when it comes down to the larger investors, we're able to say, look, this is the valuation, this is what it is, boom, 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 and then they'll put up the money.
Nah, I definitely like that, man, because I'm happy like get a chance to chop it up with you and talk because it's about learning and having a streaming platform is like really big, especially like the direction you're going in. Would it like who's your competitors? Would somebody like Tubi be your competitor?
Absolutely not.
I want to know.
I mean, no disrespect to Tubi. I don't want no beef.
I got you.
But absolutely not.
Yeah. So who would be your competitor? A company that would be your competitor.
I don't really see competition.
I don't mean competition, but like in the realm of the direction you going in, what company that you can see that's close to it? Not saying the competition, but just giving the people an idea of what it is. I just said Tubi because I know it's a streaming platform.
Right.
But I know they don't stream everything. They stream like, a lot of independent movies. So that's why I want to get an idea of it.
And their technology is nowhere near ours.
Got you.
Nowhere near ours. So like we're talking about being able to. So I don't really like to say other companies' names.
Yeah.
But think of it this way: what streaming service that you could watch live TV? What streaming service you could also watch movies? Also have pay-per-view events.
Okay.
Also listen to music.
Okay.
It trickles it down.
So it's a little bit of everything in one.
Yeah. So
That's cool. I like that. I like that. Okay.
and
I see where you're going with it.
and then on top of that, we will be building our own blockchain. We'll have our own crypto.
I like the blockchain. Well, you gotta let me know because I want to get some mixes on it. I want to put some mixes up on there for real. And I like that. I want to put some mixes on your streaming platform. I think that'd be super dope. And I know a little bit about the blockchain. I like the blockchain.
Yeah.
The blockchain is encrypted where it's hard to break that encrypted code because it's two keys that got a lock. And if you don't have that key, it's hard to break it. That's why I like blockchain.
And on top of that, we'll have our own crypto.
Okay.
And we'll be the first streaming service to actually accept crypto.
I never really got into cryptocurrency. I've been trying to. I didn't really understand it 100%.
Me neither, because why invest in something that I can't control? That's my whole thought process.
That was me too.
But we're building our own crypto.
Okay.
So
So when you say you build your own crypto, how much would that cost? How does that work? Or did you get there yet? How much that cost?
that's one of the next phases.
Yeah, because I want to learn more about that. Like, I'm really interested in cryptocurrency. My biggest thing with the Bitcoins was I didn't know who owned it, and I didn't want him to say he could disappear one day and say, "Yo, I'm good." With all your money.
I understand.
That was the biggest thing with me with cryptocurrency. When I looked it up, the Bitcoins, it looked good at the beginning, but I'm like, who owns it? And then the person could just disappear on the face of the earth, and where that money going? Because it's not FCC regulated. The feds can't touch it. Like a lot of people during the pandemic was dumping their money in. I dumped some money in a few times, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like it just.
No, I understand.
You gotta really understand that game. Like it's really a money talk. It's really a money talk if you really understand that money language. That's what crypto Bitcoins is, honestly.
Like I'll break down far as my thought process far as when it comes down to becoming financially free.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's a lot of people with money, but they don't own their time.
Yeah.
Like I 100% own my time.
Got you.
100%.
Okay. That's important.
That's the number one important thing.
That's important.
So number one, you want to keep your expenses low.
Yes, you do.
A lot of times when people get money, they like to buy different things, and now their expenses are higher.
Yes.
So you want to keep your expenses low. And number two is stack equity. So so when you brought up with the crypto, the reason why you go all in with the crypto is because that's not stacking equity. It could actually go down in value.
Quick, fast.
So you want to invest in things that will go up in value. Yeah. So like for example, with my company, right? I made the shares available at like $1 per share. We have 100 million shares.
Okay.
So I could sell 1 million shares, make $1 million, and still have 99 million shares left. So
I don't think y'all understand, man. This is boss talk right now. This is real boss talk. He just broke it down. That's what he said. If you sell 1 million shares
for $1, make $1 million.
Come on, y'all. I don't think y'all listening.
Still
to
have
what's
99 million shares left.
Like when I say there's money out here, and I don't know what some of y'all is doing, but y'all better get hit to what's really going on because it's opportunities to make money. $1 from 1 million people. He already said there's 4 billion people on social media. 4 billion people. If you can't get $1 for one person, I don't know what you're doing. And somebody gonna give you $1. I see it every day.
So this is what I did, right? And so I'm gonna go back to the shares.
Okay.
So I want to break down the three steps when it comes down to financial freedom. So number one, keep your expenses low.
Yes.
Number two, stack equity. So only invest in things that will go up in value.
Okay.
Only invest in things that automatically give you more value. So like say if you have a property is worth $300,000 and you paid $150,000 for it, you good. You got that profit in there automatically from the same day that you purchased it.
Yeah.
That's what real investors do. And then number three is purchase and create cash flow. And so those two key things, purchase and create cash flow. So it's like $1 trillion worth of cash flow in businesses that's available right now in the United States.
Gotcha.
And so purchase cash flow in businesses. And then what we're doing with the streaming service is we creating cash flow. So you want to do both. So now back to when I said about the shares, right? So not only did I make the company have 100 million shares, which anybody could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you create a company, they ask you how much shares you want to issue.
Gotcha.
I put 100 million.
Okay.
And so I teach other people to do the same thing. So like, say someone invests in my company, right? Because I have a holding company. The holding company has many different divisions, and the streaming service is the first division, the first tech company in the tech division.
Okay.
So I encourage other people to have holding companies as well.
Yeah.
So like, you say you have your holding company, right? You have many different things that you do.
Yeah.
Right. So now your holding company can own shares in my holding company. You follow what I'm saying? So say you got 100 million shares in your holding company.
Yeah.
Now all the different people that believed in you, you can give them shares, and the people that so the people that believed in you, so I had your back in the past and everything, but boom, whatever the case may be, you're able to give them shares, and then the new people that believe in you, they actually can invest into your company and own a part of your company, and your company grow, they grow over time as well.
Got you.
So yeah,
I like that plan. That's a good model right there.
That's what they do. I didn't make this up.
No. See, that's why I say success leaves clues, and I'm listening to you right now. You're right. That makes sense. That's how you get the money without even realizing it, because you get people a part of it, and they'll grow over time. But your company is growing.
Right.
They'll get a piece of it. They won't get the whole pie. They get a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
And they'll get some kind of financial gain eventually
Mm-hmm.
over time. So it's gonna take them a long time. But as you growing right now, you're gonna see that financial gain instantaneously. But they're gonna take a long time to get it. But they'll still be a part of it. I get it.
Yeah, they get to grow with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. How long you been in Atlanta for?
It's about to be my 5th year.
How you like it so far in New York?
I love it here, bro. Yo, I love it here. The energy is beautiful. So many people doing cool things.
Yes, it is.
The networking. So I came here for 3 reasons.
Okay.
The first reason I moved here was to put my sons in a better position.
Gotcha.
So I have a wife, and I have we have 4 children.
Okay.
3 boys, and we just had a girl. Our daughter's going to be 3.
Congratulations. That's what's up.
Thank you, bro.
For sure.
So put my sons. So at the time we moved here, my sons. So put them in a better position, far as a smoother environment, because so much things happen in New York City.
Yes, it is a lot.
So
a lot.
there's more family orientated here.
Yes, it is.
And so that's the first reason. The second reason is because I have a real estate background.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that my great grandparents came here from Jamaica on my mother's side, and they bought up a bunch of properties. Had 16 children, bought a house for every single child.
Wow.
And they was private money lenders.
Yeah.
So they would lend money to black people when the bank said no. So that's in my blood. I just took it to the next level.
I got you.
So second reason because the real estate was booming down here.
Yeah.
So I invested in real estate down here, and then the third reason was to take over the film industry, because for that first reason that I said is like, can you name 5 films that show a young black man or woman going from 0 to millions in a legal and ethical manner, that's not an athlete and that's not an entertainer. It's very difficult to do.
Yeah, I agree with you with that 100%.
And so it's like, we got to make a difference.
Yeah. No, I definitely like it. Like, I definitely like the energy out here. And like you said, the entrepreneurship out here is fantastic. The real estate is still booming.
Yeah, it's still cool.
Security going up. How do you feel the market is right now? Do you feel the market is at a good space to buy right now?
It don't depend on the market.
You don't?
Never depends on the market.
Okay.
Ever.
It depends on.
It depends on getting a good deal.
Okay.
So like when it comes down to leveraging the real estate. Now when it comes down to selling the real estate, that's a whole different ball game.
Gotcha.
Now it depends on the market. It depends on the interest rates. It depends on a whole lot of different factors. But when it comes down to grabbing property at a good with having enough equity, that just depends on the situation of the seller.
Okay.
Like for example, you got people that lost their houses to tax liens and stuff like that. You got people that say that they family member passed away and they passed down the property to them, and they just want to sell it. So it just depends on how. Then you got people that's divorces. So it just depends on how motivated that seller is.
Got you. Is it good to buy like a house with a tax lien? Is that a good thing to do?
There is really no good or bad.
Gotcha.
It's just really just based on whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah.
That makes sense. Because I've been looking at the housing market down here, just trying to understand, like, houses. Being from New York, I'm not used to it. I'm used to apartments. So out here, it's like you learn like equity, home ownership. It's a lot of stuff I'm learning right now. So for me, I'm intrigued. I'll be like, okay, this is cool.
How you gonna say being from New York?
I'm being real. Yo, we don't learn this. We don't. Listen. You in the real estate, so you know about this. But a lot of New Yorkers don't know about home ownership.
Right, I understand.
Nah, honestly, only thing we know in New York was get a fly ass apartment, get a hot whip, and you good. No, I'm being serious.
Yeah, nah, I feel you.
Like unless you live like upstate New York, or maybe you lived in like Queens area where it was like houses and more in Queens. You had brownstones.
Yeah, I was born in Queens.
So Queens have more houses. Like Queens got more houses. If you don't know about the boroughs, the Bronx got more buildings and hills. Like Brooklyn got some brownstones. Depending where you at,
depending on where you at, yeah.
Houses and projects out there, Long Island. So this depends. Like,
right, depending on
what. Nah, I'm learning. Like I'm learning. Like I'm still learning. I came out here and I'm learning. Okay, buying a house is cool. You could buy a house.
There's houses all over down here.
That's fire. Like I definitely looking to buy something real soon. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I like the space.
I would say. So, what's your reason for buying a house? That would be my question.
I just want a house. I want a space.
Like to live?
Yeah. Like I want to build a home. Like I want a home, somewhere to live, to relax. This something I can call my own. Like, cause I feel like I'm paying rent. Why not pay a mortgage? Do that make sense?
No.
Why should you buy a house?
Well,
I'm listening.
No, everything is said when you said mortgage.
Gotcha.
So like when you look at the mortgages, right? A lot of times when we have a mortgage, it's like we're paying more than what the house really costs.
Okay.
So like, why do that? So like, if you buying a house specifically to live, I would say first get a cash flowing business.
Gotcha.
Or a few cash flowing businesses, right?
Yeah. And
then have those entities pay for your house. So now if you do decide to, I don't recommend it, but I'm like, buy the house all cash, because it's houses that's available for like $300,000, $200,000.
Yeah.
You from New York?
No, I get it. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you could hustle that up.
Fast and hurry.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100% with that.
Yeah.
I've been looking. We're gonna talk more behind the scenes, but I just really want to like make the best decision possible, because I like this home ownership is dope. I ain't gonna lie. I like having a backyard. That's the best feeling.
No, that's dope. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, have the different things in place, because a lot of times you got people who buy houses with a mortgage, and depending on the interest rates, because nowadays the interest rates is high, right? So now their monthly expenses is just them paying on that house, and then anything that happens, anything that breaks, now it's like, what am I going to do? And they experiencing hardship. Yeah. This is the things that a lot of people don't really talk about. It's a lot of people who are experiencing hardship because the high interest rates, and on top of that, you got to do repairs on the property.
Yeah, that repairs.
So you got to think about that. So you want to have all that in place, because having a mortgage is a huge liability. Even though, like, eventually, it goes up as far as appreciation, and you have more equity. But I would say, if it's just based on that's what you want, I would say just do it smoothly, do it properly. This way you don't have to have a financial headache later on.
No, that definitely makes sense. I'm happy you broke that down. What advice can you give to somebody right now that just moving from another city to Atlanta as far as the housing market? Because the housing market in Atlanta is good. It's so much developments. The prices is really high. Like, what advice because a lot of people move to Atlanta. What advice would you give to somebody?
Well, it depends, because a lot of people move to Atlanta, but they don't move to Atlanta.
That's true too. Or matter of fact, a better question is, what's some places outside of Atlanta that's good to live?
I wouldn't be the one to be able to answer that.
Got
that's all based on your discretion.
I got you.
Yeah,
because Atlanta is really different. And there's so many counties out here,
right?
And if you don't know, you do your research. Because a lot of people
cities.
Come here, make sure you know what county, what city, because you could be 2 hours out and that you could be in Savannah, you could be 2 hours out in Macon, you could be in Aspen. There's so many places out here. Like it's just something like to think about. Like coming out here is just cool. I just don't like the food like that. I'm not a big fan of the food out here. Something I don't like. I miss my New York chopped cheese. That's something I miss for real talk. Miss my New York chopped cheese.
So yeah, you see, you could open up a deli down here.
We've been thinking about it. We've been thinking.
See.
Thinking about
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Supply and demand. Supply and demand.
Everybody hear about them chopped cheese.
Come on.
Some girl called it a cheese shop. That was mad funny. She said a cheese shop. What the hell is a cheese shop?
Cheese shop.
I said
Wow.
a chopped cheese shop. Yeah, that's what I meant. So shout out to everybody in ATL. Shout out to everybody in New York City. They're definitely talking about it more and more. With so much going on and everything changing, where you feel the tech industry going to be at in 10 years? You think it's going to be more advanced than what it is now, or you think it's going to be? How you think it's going to be?
Yeah, everything is leaning towards it's going to be more advanced. Just think about it. Just 20 years ago, did we have phones on a regular basis, cell phones in our pockets?
Right.
And then the phones that we had, what was you able to do with it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, I could use my phone as a scanner.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Literally, I run my entire operation from my phone.
Yeah, I love my cell phone. I ain't gonna lie. I just got a new iPhone. Well, not the new iPhone, but I got an iPhone. And my iPhone saved my life. I got an iPhone and Android, so it definitely works in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely appreciate it. Now, this has definitely been a dope conversation. Any last minute shout outs, last minute words?
Be appreciative. I say the keys to happiness. The keys to happiness is never settle for less ever. Have zero expectations and appreciate everything.
Man, you heard it first. Your boy Ejay, the DJ, made this conversation with a DJ. Like, we just had a great conversation. We wrapping it up. I want y'all to really understand this conversation. I want y'all to take some notes and learn from it, because this is important. So much is going on. We in 2024. Few months left before 2025. And if you've been sitting on the couch all year long, it's your time to get up and take action and believe in yourself. And I want to thank you again, brother, for stopping by.
I appreciate you,
it.
bro.
You know it is. It's a New York thing. Always showing love. So, conversation with the DJ. We out of here. You know what it is.